Setting up the flat lay for a marathon always takes a little bit of time, but it's totally worth it because it's going to save me some time in the morning and I won't forget anything. Since it's going to be cold, I'm going to have my arm sleeves there, and then I have all of my gels, and I'm going to wear my old vapor flies because I'm not trying to be cute here. I'm just trying to get a decent time.
I got up early at the crack of dawn and went downstairs to the lobby for some free coffee that Hotel Allegro had set up early for the runners.
Heating up a stroop waffle the way you're supposed to, over hot coffee. This is it. It's race morning and I'm all dressed up, ready to head out the door. It's about 6 o'clock and it's gonna be a little chilly. I feel a strange sense of peace over me for Chicago Marathon number 3 because for the first time, I'm not chasing a sub 4 finish. This Chicago Marathon's goal is to follow my coach's plan, which is to start off slow and easy and end with a negative split, hence making a strong finish. Because for the first time since coming back from the pandemic, I want to feel that I finish a race strong and be proud of my time. I don't want a positive split.
Off I go, making the half-mile trek to the start line.
Yeah, so this is what $7.50 gets you at the clearance rack at Target. This oversized pink sweatshirt. I guess it's kind of fashionable. I guess that's what Gen Z is wearing these days. And it's going to make a nice donation to the Goodwill when I take it off at the start.
It looks like the volunteers had an even earlier start setting up the hydration stations.
That was the smoothest walk to Grant Park. I think it's because I know a little bit more about the city, and this time I paid attention to what entrance I'm supposed to go through.
I displayed my bib to get through the security lines, which was quick because I'd gotten there early. Lines for the bathrooms have already started, so I might as well get in line. It's 6:30, but it'll probably take me half an hour to get to the porta potty. Whew. Sense of relief. Got through that line at the porta potty, feeling much better and lighter. Some time before I have to go to my corral, so I'm just gonna hang out here near the blue gear check, just get my stuff on, get my gels into my belt, and just hang out for a little bit. I was supposed to be in my corral by 7:45, so about 30 minutes prior I checked in my bag. It was crowded and we couldn't even get into the lane until the first wave of runners had crossed the start line. Then it was time to discard my clearance rack sweatshirt, but I accidentally whacked another runner with it. It would be another 20 minutes before we would cross the start line. Remember, the race plan is to start conservatively and end strong. This is not a PR or sub 4 day. Here we go. For the first time, I'm going to be filming while running a marathon since I'll be running easy. In the past, I could not even fathom recording while running a marathon.
All right, I'm going to try 9:45 on average for the first 3 miles.
The first mile of any marathon is chaotic as people are weaving in and out. I tried to stay in control and let people pass me. I was trying to run as close to the blue line as possible, which is supposed to be the shortest distance to the finish line. It's easy to add extra mileage with this course because of the turns. And my watch was consistently over by 0.3 miles with each mile marker.
Okay, so we just passed 3 miles. I actually don't know what speed I'm going because my watch is off. That's one of the problems with running Chicago is that the tall buildings really screw up the GPS. So right now, I'm trying to run by feel.
trying not to push myself. I know I need to start inching up a little bit in the next 4 months. Okay, so just past mile 7. I think I ran a little too fast, 9:15, so whoopsies, I'm like 20 seconds fast. Or maybe not, I have no idea, because my GPS is off. But just gotta go by feel. Maybe I should just slow down a tad bit. I still feel okay. So let's see at the halfway mark how I feel, because that's when I start ramping up my pace. Marker. Last mile was 9:31, so I think I'm back on track, but I still want to conserve my energy before I get to the halfway part. Past the halfway point, about 2:07, so I guess I'm following the coach's plan here. Let's just get to the half around 2:04, 2:06, so a little behind, but not too bad. But remember, my GPS is off. Past marathons, I'd be hitting the wall right now, but I'm actually doing okay, as long as I stick with the plan.
There's the Willis Tower in the background. As we headed into the Pilsen neighborhood, the crowds were loud and energizing. I just love the vibe of this area. But then I looked at my watch and saw my last split was at 9:38. Somehow that messed with me mentally, and I felt like I had failed to keep up with the race plan.
Past 20 mile marker, got 10K left. Starting to slow down, but I don't want to walk it. I'm just gonna keep going. Keep going.
Luckily, I saw the 4:10 pacers. They're supposed to be running at 9:33 minutes per mile, so I figured I could try to stay with them as long as possible, so that way my pace wouldn't slip any further. I stayed with the pacers through Chinatown and for the next 2 miles. I was able to keep my pace at 9:39 and 9:34, so this was damage control. But then I started trailing again in the last 3 miles.
Just past the 25 mile marker. I'm way over time, but you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna finish it. I ain't stopping. Nothing stopped me. I'm going for it.
Then the finish line seemed closer as we were changing the units from miles to meters. Just have to make a couple of more turns before getting to the finish line. There was one last hill to climb,
In reality, it's 10 feet in elevation, but on tired legs, it feels like summiting Mount Everest. I can't judge this race by my time, but how closely I stuck to the plan. I was a little off, but given that I started tiring out around mile 20, it could have been a lot worse.
Oh, I'm just happy I finished, and I didn't stop. So I guess that's a good goal. Hi.
Should we do this?
Yes, let's do it. Thank you.
Yeah, you ready?
Congratulations. Thank you. Just take my time, soaking it in. The finishing shoot. The first year that I ran Chicago in 2017, I totally missed the nutrition bag because I was so focused turning off my Apple Watch. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm just soaking it all in right now.
No way I was missing my bag of goodies this year. I went back to the bag check area to retrieve my belongings. Well, here's the test. Can I walk down the stairs? Let's see. Oh, so far doing okay. Post-race nutrition here. Can't leave Chicago without eating a hot dog.
I'm a little comfortable sitting here on the ground. I almost don't want to get up, but I got it. I got to head back to the hotel. With that, we leave Grant Park. Another successful Chicago Marathon. How do we get out of here? How do we get out of here? Just got to make one more stop here. Can't visit Chicago without going to Garrett's Popcorn.
Thank you, Hotel Allegro, for all these goodies, especially the Epsom salts. They're going to come in really handy for recovery. Let's go over the breakdown of my race performance as I soak. Here are the official splits of my time on the course. There were discrepancies with my watch because of the GPS. However, I figure I should just go by the pace off my watch because I didn't have any other data. At least by following the watch, I could make adjustments at each mile whether to slow down or keep up the pace. I thought I had hit the half marathon point slower because my watch said 2:08, but I guess it was really 2:06:47. The plan was to hit 2:04 or 2:06, so I was slightly over. The good news is that I never hit the wall. Yeah, I was feeling a little tired, but I never had to slow down completely to a walk. Even though I deviated a bit from the plan, my finish time could have been a lot slower based on this marathon calculator. This was my performance in 2017 where I had a significant positive split and finished a lot slower. Then in 2019, I banked up time for a faster finish, but again, I had a significant positive split. If I want to get a BQ, I'm going to have to break this habit. This is not a sustainable strategy.
It's a little bit after 5:30 and I've had a few hours to rest and recover, clean up. And so I want to treat myself to a meal. No, it's not going to be as fancy as afternoon tea. I'm going to get the most iconic thing that you can get in Chicago, a deep dish pizza.
Everyone has strong opinions about who has the best deep dish pizza, and for me, it's Illuminati's. Hey, don't come at me.
Operation Get the Pizza Before It Gets Cold completed.
This pizza had no chance against a post-marathon appetite. morning after the marathon, and I'm feeling good. Just a tad sore, but like in a good way. Like I had a nice workout type of way, not I should think of some other hobbies to take up way. Because I was so impressed by their menu the other night when I got dessert, I returned to the Nutella Cafe and stood in line for 30 minutes, all for this decadent croissant French toast. One of the most enjoyable things to see was every runner sporting their medals on the street. Of course, I needed to stop off at CHINATOWN to check out the finisher merch. No problems taking the stairs here. The real reason I was back was to get my medal engraved. Again, the line was long, but they were fast. During the wait, they set up all sorts of recovery booths. Don't mind if I do. One last thing that I have to stop by in Chicago. No trip to Chicago is complete without making a stop at the Bean. Apparently, a lot of other runners had the same idea. It seemed like the perfect place to reflect on my new philosophy on running. Running disciplined. There was something about seeing the blue lines on the street. It's like I knew its purpose, whereas most people walking by wouldn't. Crossing the bridges felt different when you're not feeling the grates on the bottom of your shoes. It's back to the airport I go, ironically, on the blue line. Running with a plan helped me stay focused and made the miles go by quickly. If anything, this was the nicest long run for a CIM, complete with crowds and nutrition at each mile, which I can't replicate in real life. Now, I need to keep up this mindset of deliberate training for my next marathon and hopefully a BQ.